What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. It took my sweet old time getting around to do this, but I finally put it together. Last video we checked out the Harley Davidson Sportster 883 iron, and today I thought I'd do a video on a few things that I found annoying, keeping in mind I only had this bike for one day. So first up, and I mentioned this in my video, but I had real trouble trying to find neutral. Now I don't know if this is a characteristic of the 883 iron or Sportsters in general, but whenever I was sitting at a set of traffic lights and I tried to do a half click on the gear lever, it would always just shift up or down an entire gear. In fact, I found it quite tricky to do a half a click on the gear lever itself, so I found it really tricky trying to find neutral, and it was really annoying. Really made it quite annoying, especially if you're in a situation where you're sitting at a set of traffic lights and not wanting to just hold the clutch in. So yeah, that was very annoying. Number two, and this links with the first point, but I had real trouble trying to start this bike in gear. Now I did a bit of research on this, and as far as I understand, there are three switches that close the ignition circuit. One in neutral, one on the kick or jiffy stand, and one behind the clutch lever. Basically, when I was riding back after picking up the bike from the rental place, I had to pull over a couple of times to check my map, and considering I couldn't find neutral, I turned the bike off instead of trying to hold the clutch in while I'm trying to use my phone and check the map. When I went to turn the bike back on, I pulled the clutch in, turned the kill switch on, all the electrics turned on, and the alarm slash immobilizer chirped with a little alarm noise that it makes. But when I pressed the ignition, nothing. I checked that the stand was up, clutch was in, still nothing. Eventually, all I could determine is that it only started if it's in neutral. Again, not sure if this is a characteristic of the bike or whether a switch wasn't working properly, but it certainly was probably the most annoying part of my riding experience. Finally, the indicators. Don't at me in the comments. From my understanding, most motorbikes have the indicators controlled by one switch, like the one on my MT-07 for example, where you flick it to the left to indicate left, flick it to the right to indicate right, and you press to cancel. The Harley, on the other hand, has the turn signals or indicators located on either side of the handlebar. So the left hand side indicator on the left hand side, right hand side indicator on the right hand side. First off, I had trouble trying to reach over with my thumbs to press either switch, but this is because usually I'm used to having my hands positioned on the MT-07 because I ride that pretty much every day. I'm used to having my hands sort of on the middle of the grips, so to compensate I just had to move my hands a little bit closer towards the inside of the handle grips on the Harley. Now that wasn't the big issue, but the big issue, at least to me and in my opinion, was the general experience of using the signals. And this is what I mean. The left hand side is fine, but the right hand side is a bit more annoying. Now let me explain. I'll give you an example. I'll be riding and I want to change lanes to the right, and because the throttle is located on the right hand side of the handlebar as well, I find myself inevitably twisting the throttle when I go to press the right hand indicator. So I found that a little bit jarring. You're riding along, you look over, you want to change to your right hand lane, or even make a right hand turn, and you press the indicator. Once you set off and you want to cancel the indicator, that's when that experience of twisting the throttle, inevitably when I go to cancel the indicator, because that indicator is located on the same side as the throttle. So I found it a bit jarring and a little bit annoying during my riding experience. But that's pretty much it. It's a very short list of the things that I found annoying. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Do you agree with my list or do you disagree? Leave a comment down below with your thoughts. And remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you guys haven't already. And I'll catch you in the next one.